All right, people, you know what it is. It has been officially 1 year since Starfield has released. Starfield. Man, I haven't did that in a good while. I've been playing the game. Like I said earlier, it's the 1 year anniversary of the launch of Starfield. And if you guys don't know me, I've been talking about Starfield ever since the official launch of the game. Even the hype building up for the game, I was on the forefront making content after content for the game. But I never really gave my official thoughts about the game. Now, a year later, what has Starfield accomplished? Let's say Starfield has accomplished one of the biggest video game controversies ever from a video game publisher, because did the hype last for the game? Some people say it did, some people say it did. For me, it was a treat. I love the game. I love the game, even though there are certain hiccups in the game that, you know, I couldn't get past. 1 year, what has Starfield actually accomplished in this year? Of course, we got the official release. We got numerous patches that's come out with the game. We've got the actual creation mod scene going on for Bethesda. Creation Club is out right now. We got new missions and paid mods coming out. We see some standalone mod projects coming out. Of course, we had the DLC, official trailer Shattered Space, and I will be playing on this channel. I will be streaming it. I will be playing this thing 100%. I'm going to be playing Shattered Space because that is what I'm looking for, because in my old videos I'm going to talk about later on, I believe Starfield is actually a stepping stone for the Elder Scrolls 6. I repeat, Starfield currently is not what we want to do for Elder Scrolls 6. They're going to upgrade their engine one more time. Let's get back on topic. Starfield, man. All I'm going to say is, for me personally, this game did a lot for me. It filled the itch that I had from Bethesda games, from Oblivion, Skyrim, Morrowind, Fallout 4. I've had that itch to play a game like this, especially when it's set in space. Seeing all these people's content for it, just a treat, man. You guys have no idea, man. I was having a blast at the time, you know. But now, fast forward, we're pretty much 29 days away from the launch of Shattered Space. Bethesda can actually do a lot with this time that they had to make the game. Of course, we have the 60 FPS mode out right now. We got the rover that's out, which is really cool and solid. I'm gonna make a standalone video about that going into the Elder Scrolls 6, because I believe what they did, they actually come out with some system that can actually help you in the Elder Scrolls 6. It's in the game now. If the game is set in Hammerfell, you know what Hammerfell has? Stros Mackay, sailors, boats. I guarantee you the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to introduce actual boat mechanics. Shattered Space is going to be the DLC that officially cements Bethesda. I'm talking about officially. They're going back to their tried and true form. They've already done their ventures in Starfield, but this is going to be one standalone area, one standalone game area that's going to be impactful. It's going to be like a Skyrim or a Fallout in one single area. That's one thing people had a lot of problems with Starfield. They really did. Even I had my grievances on my live streams. Hey, these things are too far out. There's nothing in this area. When you have all these things in the game, Radiant AI, Radiant missions, if you have all that, but if you make it in one cohesive area, instead of going to these other planets, people want density. That's one thing Starfield was lacking. It really was. Starfield was lacking a lot of density. Starfield was a hit with some and a massive failure for other. But then again, there is an elephant in the room. We know it's coming to PlayStation. I don't want to say I can confirm. I've heard it's coming to PlayStation. There's lots of evidence it's coming to PlayStation. Maybe then we'll see a better representation of how the game is, because originally on the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X and PC, people didn't like the launch because they thought it was a game that wasn't supposed to be like this. But it was more like the less because they hate gamifying it. I don't know, Todd, you gotta pick a lane at this point, man. But I can't defend you. I want to say launched a good amount of series for my channel at the time. You know, I since stopped making those kind of videos. Like I said earlier, there are certain things that this game does that is what I would do, and certain things I wouldn't. You know, like I said earlier, density for the levels. They made their characters more dynamic and growth. There are certain things in this game that I wouldn't do, and certain things that I would do. Things that I would change specifically, because listen, I like Starfield. I do, but by no means is the game perfect. There is no video game that I've ever played that is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Sorry, it's not happening. You know, the characters and textures, I want to say flawless. They could be upped again. You know they can with mods and stuff. Fine. The textures is good, but there's this certain little thing in my mind that, hey, you can put a little bit more detail into certain things if the game wasn't so expansive. So it's been a year. What are they doing? Hey, we got to fix this for these future installments if possible. Starfield's gameplay is pretty much standard Bethesda style, standard Bethesda practice. You know, that I didn't think that was going to be that detrimental for the game, But some people were tired of it. Like, to be honest with you, some people just didn't like it, you know? I did. I was fine with it. I was interested in where the story was. But then again, like, there's one thing about the story. I could have sworn that the actual Starborn, spoiler alert, the actual Starborn people weren't going to be actual humans. I thought they were going to be aliens. But we're slowly going into that more alienish territory with House of Varun for the Starter Space DLC, which is really cool. However, I know the game is more grounded at this point. You can't really expect that. And I know they're keeping a lot of secrets for the DLC. We know the game is going to be supported for a longer time, which is fine. Like, this game, for a lot of people, didn't grasp a lot of guys. It truly didn't. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know, man. This game's controversy at the time was just really, really staggering, man. Like, I don't know how to, I want to say these people decreased my astonishment for the game. Yeah, it did. You know, I'm like, listen, if it's my favorite game, I want it to be perfect. Even though I know Starfield wasn't going to be my dream game, because listen, an Elder Scrolls game set in space, sign me up. That's particularly my dream game. They didn't do any fast. I probably won't get my dream game. Close to that is Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is their bread and butter. They don't mess up their bread and butter. They never messed up their bread and butter, ever. This first year of Starfield, there was a lot of challenges that happened. There's a lot of things. We got some new fans. We got a lot of new fans. Thank you, guys. And I look forward to the future of the series for Starfield, these future updates, and I'm looking forward to the future of the Elder Scrolls 6, because that is where my passion is with Elder Scrolls 6, and hopefully things work. I'll be around to play it, man. Gotta play it. I'm not getting any younger, man. Just like Todd said, it's probably Todd's swan song, but that's all I gotta say, people. Like, share, subscribe, and peace. Stay for some more gaming and content. I'll see you guys next time.